Hey folks, good evening. It's late evening here in India, and I think in the US it must be what? Very early morning? No, normal early morning on Thursday morning. But welcome to this live session. And the idea of today's live session is twofold. One is we have just launched a system design interviewer, which is powered by AI. We have been working on this for a really long time, since I think 2023, right? And the second thing is it's been 10 years since I've been posting on YouTube. So both things have come together in a really nice way. Thank you everyone who's here right now. It's been a long time, and if you have been here for the past 10 years, then it's been a crazy journey. This started off, the channel started off with competitive programming, then it went for, after a year, system design, and since then it was system design until recently, maybe the last 9 months, we have switched to AI engineering. So very happy to be part of this long journey. There's a time in between when I thought that after system design, this is it. I was going into more and more advanced systems, but then AI came up, and I saw that there's a large number of us who would like to know these systems better. Now I feel reasonably comfortable talking about AI systems and also working with them, as you see in the mock interviewer. Okay, but yes, most importantly, thank you for coming. Thank you for taking the time at 10 p.m. here in India. It's late in the night. Most of you are probably wearing headphones, maybe if your parents, otherwise are going to hear my voice loud. So yeah. I just want to say, like, hi guys, what are you doing? What's going on? Any thoughts? Would you like to share anything that's been going on in the past 6 months or 9 months? Because I think the whole engineering space has gone crazy, so we can discuss some fun stuff. It doesn't always have to be very serious. Safat, if that's the Safat who I know, then yes, we are always here. Mihir is asking, are you planning to deep dive into machine learning, like neural networks and all? I'm focusing more on the AI engineering side. So how do these systems work is also something which is useful, but not compiler level, programming level, language level, which is vector databases, attention, the architectures. I'm not going into the math. If you're looking for the math, there is I think Josh Strammer. He has a really nice channel which explains the math, so you can try that. Just now come back from 11 to 9:30 shift. Prince, oh wow, that's a really long shift. Really loving the AI course, Mihir. Thank you so much. And Dinkar, yes, we went to Bali together, Dinkar. So it's a nice interview. Yes, we have built it together. So still on the clock, getting started with AI agents. Can we take polls here? Is that possible? I would like to take a poll here. Yeah, let me take a poll. Okay. How many of us are using AI agents to build customer features? I mean, basically to build features at work. Okay, yes or no? Are you? Yeah, are you is more accurate. Just take a poll, guys. Are you using AI agents to build features at work? I don't mean to say AI during coding, but if you're using AI to take care of your code reviews, if you're using AI to answer customer queries, those kind of things, right? Which is above and beyond your integrated developer environment. Are you using it at work? Is it a thing, or is it like mostly imaginary? 59% 39 votes, 40 votes, 60%, 63%. Ooh, a lot of people using AI. Very nice. Makshu, thank you. Is the new AI interview for all system design course users? I have, so am I eligible for that? Absolutely, Mihir. This is for all InterviewReady users. So this is, you should definitely go check it out. There are some problems. Dinkar, Safat and I are working on it together, and we are trying to make the voice agents better. This is something I got feedback from just a few minutes ago on a call. The voice agent and also the intelligence of the bot is something we are working on, but I think it's functional. I like it, but yes, it's not going to be like SD3 level system design interview just yet. We are still working on it. Finally, though, the good news is I think it's better than anything else out there. So it's the best platform in the world. Unfortunately, the best is not good enough for us. We are always looking to improve. Yeah. Is the AI mock interview only for HLD or LD also? It's only for high level design. At this point, it is focused on one thing, which is high level design. Once we crack that, you'll see other tools also come out. Pavitra, it's totally free. Unlimited interviews, totally free. Go enjoy. I'll share the link with you guys. Okay. You can try it immediately. It's super easy. Click on the link, start your interview. You need to register because we need some sort of rate limiting, otherwise we're going to run out of money, right? I think yesterday when we were testing, we spent $1 or $2, but if there's a lot of scale, let me just check how much have I spent already. OpenAI, please. Platform.openai. I'm sorry guys, in the live session only I'm doing all this, but I have to check whether I'm going to run out of cash. Usage. Okay, we had already spent $26. $3 been spent. Not much. Either our systems are extremely optimized or you haven't tried it yet. So in either case, good stuff. So yes, so I'll just, how do I reply to you specifically? Sai Krishna is asking where can you learn ML from? Like I mentioned someone's name, that is Josh Strammer. Okay, and there's also Luis Serrano. Both are very, very good. Luis Serrano does not go too much into math. He's more on the machine learning intuition. And Josh Strammer is the person who does statistics. Both very smart people. I met them in person. Really sharp people. Okay, so I'll stop the poll, guys. 68% or 68%, 100 plus votes. 68% of us are using AI at work. So it's pretty, like, I think most of us are then using AI at work, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm getting this question a lot, so I'll take this in some depth. How is the mock interviewer designed? It's got AI, but how exactly is it designed? So Safat and Dinkar are the developers. They know it end to end very well, but I can give you the high level understanding of the system. One is that we are using Postgres as a database. We are using Golang on the server side. We are using React Flow and Vue.js on the front end. So Vue.js is the outer wrapper and React Flow is inside. That is what the canvas is. This is the tech stack. The AI stack is basically OpenAI. We have our vector databases there. We have all of the data that we need for any question is stored in OpenAI. And the model we are using is 4o mini, okay, which is cheap, but also supposed to be a reasoning model. That's pretty much it, right? Yeah, that's it. That's a tech stack. We have a single server. It's a monolith also. At the same time, if you spring up an interview, maybe I'll just share my screen. I think that will make more sense. So you can, I can list the technologies while I'm telling you. I'm actually showing what we are using. So let me list this out one by one. Thank you for showing interest, by the way. It's really nice to see someone think of the tech side also. Okay. Yes, interview ready. Boom. I hope that my screen is visible, right? Yeah. Yes. Okay. This should be visible, I think. Yeah, it's visible. Awesome. Now, if I go for the mock interviewer, I'll just need to sign in first. Mock interviewer. You can see that I've scored really badly. Mostly I've abandoned interviews during testing. But let's launch interview. Which company? Netflix? Amazon? Could be anything. Okay, let's. My eyes are droopy right now because we have been working on the mock interview for a while. So this seems fine. We'll go for SD3 difficulty. If you have any doubts, by the way, then you can just click on this button and it works. So it explains to you how the mock interview works. Okay, but I'm performing in front of you. Why do you need to see it? So first thing is you have a introduction, which is saying that start interview. To begin the interview, you have stuff on the canvas here on the right. Okay, components that you can drag and drop. But first, let's read the question. Netflix is an on-demand video streaming service that lets users view movies and TV series globally. So let's say you're preparing for a system design interview. You want to go through the most common interview questions which you can face in the interview. Also, you just want to practice so that when you get a new interview question also, you don't get like bamboozled. Okay, you have a good idea that I have gone through 10, 15, 20 questions. I understand most questions really well. So it's a learning tool also. You have two requirements: watch videos with minimum lag and movie onboarding and processing. So if a Quentin Tarantino comes to you and says that, you're Netflix, I would like to have my movie distributed using you, then you should be able to onboard their movie, upload their movie, and process it in a way that it is distributed on multiple devices. So how will you go ahead and design the system? First thing that we want you to do is just absorb the question, and when you're ready, start the interview. Okay. Your timer starts. Your interview has now started. You can also turn on voice.
Hi Gaurav, I am Matt, a staff engineer at Microsoft. I will be your interviewer today. This system design
I got some feedback that the voice is not very natural. Someone, before the live stream started, someone said that they sound like a psychopath. So we'll work on the personality. We can actually hit OpenAI's API and get voice. That's what we'll do next. We have tried Google's real-time API. It's a bit, jarry. So, okay. But having said that, okay, you know the question, select a requirement. Amongst the two requirements that we just saw here, you can select any that you like. Let's say I want to watch videos with minimum lag. This is a very popular case study of Netflix, right? So you can test yourself here. Let's say you have a CDN. I'll just say that this is maybe hosting static content for movies. Locality. Okay, so the Indian CDN point of presence, it has Indian movies, popular movies like Gupt. I don't know why I keep mentioning it. It had an effect on me, I guess. And there is Diwar, that's my favorite Bollywood movie. A nice Bollywood movie or Hollywood movie that I really, really like is Rango. Okay, Rango is a movie from, I can't remember the date, but it's an animated movie and Johnny Depp is in it, and I just found it brilliant. It's like when people believe in you, you take up the role that you're expected to take up. It's awesome. Personal level hit. Movies in USA and US client. This is a little clunky right now. Again, this is something that we can improve on. The mobile client, I can just give some property here saying that this is from the US, and I can give a property here CDN. Maybe this is Netflix's CDN or from Akamai. Those kind of things are still pending. But yes, once you have this, I can delete edges also if I make mistakes. The CDN is going to be backed by some sort of a file server on Netflix. So if you're uploading stuff, then most likely the file server is going to be disputing this in different places. In reality, this is all managed by Amazon. So S3 takes care of all this stuff. But yes, I'm just writing it down now. What protocol would you use when connecting with Netflix? So when I'm connecting to the CDN or this, I would probably use HTTP. HTTP is fine. It works for files also. Chunks of video, this is fine. I could also use a different protocol, but since it's not two-way communication, HTTP is also fine for me. Okay. Now, what about the load balancing algorithm? What would I use here? So I can use consistent hashing. I can use round robin. I would probably use consistent hashing because I want my local data to be cached on the server itself if possible. I can also have a global cache, which is LRU. Recent movies or popular movies are being cached here, just in case there's a cache miss. Okay, on the CDN, they can connect with me and fetch data. Okay, how will I be storing data? Maybe NoSQL. Okay, let's store most of the data in NoSQL, and that's it. Let's try. Let's say that to watch videos with minimum lag, this is all I need to do. So send. Oh, I'm sorry. Start evaluation. Thanks for your submission in your current design.
Thanks for your submission. In your current design, how do you ensure low latency to meet the requirement of minimal buffering during video streaming?
Okay, how do I ensure the requirement of minimum buffering during video streaming? Okay, I will use an appropriate media protocol and compression. What's a good compression algorithm, guys? What would you prefer? Yeah, Rango the lizard, yeah. So I think it was V9, right, recently. I don't know if, I can't remember if this was the compression algorithm used by Meta. But yeah, okay. I would use a media protocol. I'm kind of forgetting all the things that I learned in system design. I moved into AI so much that this was a common question. For Netflix, what protocol was being used? SHA-256? No, I don't think so. Okay, so I'll be using this stuff for the media itself. Oh, there was this protocol, adaptive bitrate, I think. There's a particular term for this, HLS, and yeah, there was HLS, which is basically, I think, used mostly in Apple, and UDP protocol for streaming. Yeah, that can be used. There's one which is adaptive bitrate. Yes, HLS is really close, but this, I think HTTP dash dynamic. Yeah, okay. Epily, you got it right. Can you describe how a video request from a user flows through your system from the client to streaming the video? So a user requests for video, the client checks CDN, miss results in a call to server, server checks cache. This will be a video cache. miss results in loading to DB, and then okay, return video chunk to user. Thanks for the response. How does your design handle redundancy? Okay, so we have limited this to 3 questions, and we really should make that clear that, you know, some sort of a progress bar which just tells you that you're winning. Because I've noticed that it's exhausting otherwise. Like, you never know when the interview is going to end. We have this timer here, but I mean, timer is one thing and progress is another thing. So we are working on that too, just to improve UX. How does your design handle redundancy and failover to ensure continuous video streaming availability? Now, this question which is being generated by OpenAI, and it's looking at some rubric that we have for a SD3 at Microsoft. Okay, so they have some things that they're looking for publicly. So I think Microsoft, the book is hit refresh. Google has software engineering at Google. Amazon has working backwards. So some principles there, they really help in behavioral interviews. But some of the technical principles also, we have tried to add a personality. Okay, and depending on the role, the level SD3, the interview questions are going to be a little harder. So, okay, now how do you handle redundancy and failover? So I can use a primary, second, or primary replica DB architecture for both cache and DB. All cache updates are propagated using the right replica. This is all stuff which is imaginary because, you know, we are not engineers at Netflix. I think they have their own in-house tech also, like quite a bit of it. I think their caching architecture is, or their caching is either Redis or in-house, right? You can check out the Netflix engineering blog, it's really good. But yeah, this is all guessing at this point. So, okay, 3 questions are done. Let's try to extend the design by tackling another system requirement. Now you can see in the question, we have gone to the next requirement. Even if you have like 5 requirements, we are just going to ask you on 2, and we are going to have 3 follow-up questions, which is most relevant to this design. So, time to extend the design by tackling another system requirement. So the thing is, I have the original design, and at any point, even when I was answering the follow-up questions, I could have gone and changed the design here. Okay, and the system will take that into consideration. So the next questions will be based on that. Okay, viewers have different devices and expected formats which require video duplication and pre-processing. How are you going to do this? How are you going to send video to potentially millions of users? So we use a video transformer. Video transformer is basically a service system. So I don't know if we can actually see the description of this, but I've written the description. You can use a video transformer which is going to convert these video chunks into different resolutions and different formats. So formats, resolutions for that chunk. Yep, it's going the other way. Here I can also give the direction. I don't really know if it cares because AI after all is just looking at the edge, but it's easy for me to understand that yes, this is how I'm sending the video chunks. This would be something like FFmpeg. Okay, so I can also mention that FFmpeg could be used to process video into chunks and output different resolutions and formats for different devices. Okay, so now it takes this and says, wonderful, you said all that stuff. Now, can you integrate this with your existing design layout to show where video processing fits within the context? Can you integrate this with your existing design? I mean, that's obvious, right? I'm just This is going to go there. Where else can it go? Maybe it doesn't know that I'm going to upload video onto the server. So, okay, video upload, or let's call it movie upload, since that's more accurate. And now start this. Thanks for your submission. How do you manage costs while ensuring data consistency? Okay, eventually consistent, because I don't need heavy use of caching to reduce latency, heavy use of CDN to reduce. So it's okay. 2 questions remaining. Can you explain the end-to-end processing of a video file? I think this is like a really long interview right now. If I look at it, it's like 6 questions is a lot of questions. Maybe 3 questions in the entire interview would be nice to do. But if you're seriously applying for an interview, yeah, maybe you want those follow-up questions. Maybe we can choose how many questions we want in the follow-up. Do you want me to ask another follow-up question? Yes. That could be another way to just give you the control. So that's again good UX. Can you explain the end-to-end processing of a video file from upload to availability in multiple formats for streaming? It's in the design, bro. This is going to make me fail the interview, I think, but okay. How does the system handle redundancy and failover during video processing and distribution to maintain service reliability? So the video is going to be stored in a distributed file system like S3, which manages this for me. Done. Thank you for participating in the system design interview. Now you can click on view feedback below for a detailed evaluation. Okay, let's open this in new tab. Oh, guess who it is? The tab. Okay. So the interview timer did not stop. That's a bug. Tinker, Safat, this is something we have to fix tomorrow. But yeah, once the interview is done, I can just view feedback comfortably. Modern SSDs can read data at speeds. Oh, okay. Got evaluated quickly. Whoa, there's something definitely wrong here, because I scored 83 out of 100, guys, and I think I did really well. But the scores here are like terrible. Communication skills is like 1. And design skills is like half. Technical skills, this is demoralizing. I think I can work on this. Better performance than 98% of all candidates. Oh wow, we went into every floating point decimal. This also needs to be fixed. CDN cache file server. These are the recommended study. So if I click on this, yeah, I get to see study material, which I should probably go through. Okay, this is the basics, I think. Yeah, this is in the basics section. So good stuff. Like, what are the things that you want to learn after the interview? Okay, these might be relevant. These are relevant. We use a vector DB to find out what would be the most relevant content pieces that you should go through. Yeah, recommendation engine. Did they coherently connect components? While the candidate mentioned essential components, the connections between them were not detailed, such as how video processing fits into the workflow. I mean, I don't know. I guess I didn't. Yeah, okay, let's not for SD3 level. Sure. Okay, sure. Are the components coherent with the requirements of the system design? So the rest of the things are all yes. We did consider cost. Okay, not too bad. Score of 98 percentile is not bad at all. So do try this out yourself. The big disclaimer, the judge is very erratic. It's more erratic than a human also, I think. For the same answer, maybe in some other time, it's going to say, oh wow, you should have considered more. And it's going to give a no here. And for the same answer, it's going to give a yes here sometimes. So repeatability is not something that we have inbuilt, which when we looked at it, humans are also not very repeatable. At the same time, we did try to increase repeatability, reduce hallucinations. The way we have done this is by adding our own data from administrators' documents, all of the graphs that we have, on system design judge. So ready, this is practice. These are all set up by an admin. So reference designs, right? These are things which an admin has gone through. So Netflix, I think, is what we're looking at. Netflix, yeah. Netflix content distribution. This is actually a system which is there on System Design Judge, but this is all manual. It's fill in the blanks here. So we have taken this, we have taken the requirements, we have taken all of this and used a very good wrapper of AI. Okay, so it uses the admin intelligence, wraps it nicely, and lets users interact with this system now. So it's the base is still System Design Judge, where a human has set up the question. It's just the document has become alive now. Okay. So yes, we can exit feedback. We can give our experience. I will leave that to you, whether you like it or you don't like it. And later on, you can come back and view your score again. So coming back, yeah, this is weird. There must be a bug here. Safat Dinkar, if you're watching this, this is something we have to fix. We have to make people happy if they've done really well. So, okay. Yes. If you're preparing for a system design interview, I wouldn't recommend you to just do one question. I would recommend you to do quite a few questions so you can launch another interview. They are unlimited in number, and as we improve on this further and further, you will see that this judge gets better and better. So as time passes, as the AI, the prompts that we have, the prompt engineering that we have done, as that gets better, you can expect that the interviewer will also get better. Next, another thing that we are having is the voice is something that users have said we can improve on. This is something that we will improve on moving forward. And I didn't get any other feedback. Anything else, guys, apart from the voice sounds like a serial killer? Joy has a really interesting idea. When the interview is happening, you can ask cross questions based on your answer. And I think it's a really good point. So usually the interview doesn't just flow in random directions. When you come up with a thought, the interviewer digs into it. So that's something I noticed actually today. And so we will have a place where if you come up with a solution, especially in senior roles, we'll dig into it more and more. So tell me, MPEG dash, wonderful. Why exactly MPEG dash, or how does that help in this design? It's difficult for AI to truly ask good questions. I've noticed that AI is reasonably okay at instructions, but asking questions which go to the core of the matter, I don't know, AI is still not able to do it. At least O4 Mini can't. Let's try GPT-5. That's another thing on the Jira ticket. Let's move on to GPT-5, which has slightly better reasoning. So, Gaurav, finding bugs in life. I mean, guys, you are finding bugs with us. So I'm all charged up. I'm feeling happy, and it's been so long since we have started building this interviewer, and we have worked on it till it's become really, really good. The initial versions you would have seen would have been very different. Mir has a very interesting idea. Are we planning for face-to-face, but other person is AI bot and judge expressions and thoughts? So we do plan to have some sort of a voice agent, right? So when you're talking, it's easier in a system design interview to just talk, to explain things. I'm looking at who can do this. I'm looking at basically InterviewReady is a company which is doing this. There are other people also working on the same problem. I think we can maybe even join forces and work together on solving this problem, because it is a big problem. Whether it's worth solving is a question that I will leave to you. GPT-5 is slow. That's true. That's true. GPT-5 is slow. Safat noticed that it's a little slow. Okay, so guys, that's the AI mock interviewer. That is at a high level. This is what it does. It takes your system design interview, and it's reasonably okay right now. If you ask me, then practicing questions on this is a good idea, especially if you're in the learning phase. But it's going to get even better. Okay. Thanks, Vaibhav. Thanks, Shiva. Thank you, everyone. It's been 10 years, guys. 10 years since I've been posting videos. The first video that I posted was a long time back. I think it was competitive programming, good coding practices. No, playlist. This is a long time back. How do you start competitive programming? Beginner's guide? No. Okay. Good. This is one of the first ones, I think. Yeah. So this came out on 20th September 2015, which is almost exactly 10 years ago. And there are a few videos which are before this. I haven't even linked them. I was really bad at YouTube during that time. And the pinned comment is from 5 years ago. Right. Yeah, at this time I remember I had shared this link on Facebook and about 100 people had subscribed. So it felt like, wow, that's bigger than my class of computer science folks. So it's like a lot of people were interested. They had subscribed to it. And it didn't die down. Every day I would see one subscriber. So I would just feel like one person on earth came across my videos and said that, okay, I want to see what happens next. So that was an interesting time. Then I went through some stuff. Maybe I can share that with you. Lessons. I wrote a blog on this. What motivated me to actually start YouTube in a serious way. So here it is. If anyone would like to know. There was an incident when I nearly, should I say, froze or drowned or got lost or, yeah, it was in Leh a few years back, and well, I'm alive now, so YouTube is still on. So, but that was a turning point for me. I really wanted to give back, and looking back at that moment, Gaurav would look at me now and be pretty happy. He would say, yeah, you're doing your job. You could have always done better, but you could have done so much worse. The path you were in that time was much worse than the path you chose now. So overall good. Give back was one thing that I thought of that time. If you want to get things done, do it yourself. Pick challenges bigger than yourself. Take care of your health. And the scope for improvement is big always. I hope it doesn't just come across as pure motivation garbage, but this is more for me. Like, I read it from time to time, and it's something that I hope to remember. Right? It's my experience, not advice. Yeah. Cool. Yes. Okay. I think, guys, another thing that I would really love is if you have any ideas on how to improve the mock interviewer, you're posting it now, that will be awesome. You can also post it on LinkedIn in comments. You can DM me on LinkedIn, DM me on Twitter, or just write comments on Twitter. Unfortunately, with live chat, it gets lost. It's like a black hole, it goes away forever and there's no place to analyze it. But if you let us know at InterviewReady, we will bring that feature to you ASAP. Okay, we are actively developing this, so it's going to be there soon. Any problems that you have on the platform, just let us know. We'll work on it. Okay. And thank you. It's been 10 years, guys. Nearly 6.8 lakh subscribers, nearly 7 lakh subscribers. By God, I didn't think this is going to happen. I thought that I'll be a software engineer working on systems all my life, but then I realized teaching is even more fun for me. And very recently I had a realization. For a long time again I was thinking that I'm just going to be teaching one thing, but after AI came out and I went through like 100-200 research papers, like these are the number of research papers I went through. This is my personal dashboard for learning, right? This is all system design. Everything you see below it is papers that I would like to either go through again or read for the first time. And these are the videos that I have pending. So all the ideas, I have the relevant links here. Previous talks that I've taken, all this stuff is here. Yeah, in 10 years this has become really, really big. Okay, and if you are looking for, where can I find this, I just noted down right here, InterviewReady resources. They're all external links, no ads, nothing, just click, go. Okay, these are the papers that I have gone through personally and I feel are very, very useful. So yes, and yeah, this is number 88. Previous ones I've already shot videos or not found them worth posting a video just yet. A lot of work done and never-ending work pending. Okay, I will stop sharing my screen now. Yes. Thank you everyone. Thank you for taking the time to come so late in the night here or early morning, reasonably early morning in the US or anywhere that you are from the world. It could be from Japan or Dubai. One of the really humbling things for me is you all tune in and you listen to a goof like me while I try to improve my own knowledge. Thank you. It's really what brings meaning to my life, right? I recently had a son. I realized that he brings a lot of meaning to my life, but work also brings a lot of meaning to me, and you are all part of that. Thank you. All right, folks, enough emotions. Let's bottle it up deep down. Take care. Have a great weekend. Yeah, we're nearly there. Have a great weekend. See you. Bye.